Hi, welcome to the third tutorial in the series 2.5 Inequalities. If you're doing the new A-level, then it will be in both the AS and the A-level exams. If you're doing the international A-level, then it will be in C1-2. The first two inequalities we did, if you remember, were linear inequalities. That means they only were dealing with x's and numbers. So this one as well, a bit more complicated with brackets, but still x's and numbers. Now we're going to move on to our third key skill, which is going to be inequality. So remember with these little symbols, bigger than, less than, bigger than or equal to, less than or equal to, but together with a quadratic inequality. So that's a quadratic equation is an equation that has a squared. So a quadratic inequality is an inequality that has an x squared. You're going to need to be really familiar with how to factorize. So how to factorize? We're looking for two numbers that multiply to give us 20, but add up to give us 9. So if I make a little table on the side, so you want to multiply to give yourself 20, so you could do 1 times 20, you could do 2 times 10, you could also do 4 times 5. However, we want to add up to give us 9. The only one of these that will add up to give us 9, this would be 21, this would be 12, and this one would be 9. So 4 times 5 will multiply to give you 20, but add up to give you 9. That's exactly what we're looking for. So we're going to factorize this here by putting in 2 brackets. So now you can see that we have factorized our expression. The next step is to draw yourself a rough sketch of what the graph would look like. Because it's a plus x squared graph, remember it's going to have a happy face. We're going to find the two solutions of this equation or inequality, which would be -4 and -5. They're going to help us to give us 2 points on our graph to plot. If you're not sure how to do that, what you do is you do x plus 4 is equal to 0. Then you solve for x, so you move the plus 4 over to the other side where it will change to -4. So that's how you're going to get x is equal to -4. Now, next step, you're going to draw a little coordinate axis system. So remember, you want an x and a y. We're going to put in the 2 points that we've been given. So first of all, we'll put in the -5. Put him in red. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Need a little bit more space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So put a little red cross here. And that's x equals to -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to do the same thing for -4, which will, of course, be next to it. So our graph is going to be really tightly together, like this. Remember, we're going to have the happy shape because it was a plus x squared graph. Now, we've been asked to shade where it is less than 0. That means where it is underneath the x-axis. So here, oh, I've forgotten to label it. Here's my x-axis. If I have to shade less than 0, I want to shade everything that is underneath. So let's take a different color. I want to shade everything that's underneath here. So my final answer is going to be x is between -5 and -4. As I've only shaded one section here, I've only got one answer. So the steps were as follows. You factorize, you draw a rough graph. If it's less than 0, you shade underneath the graph. And from that, you can see that your answers, you can read them off the x-axis. My answers correspond between x is minus 5 up to x is minus 4. I hope you found that helpful.